In magic, there's a thing called routine, okay? Where you actually get a routine together and do kind of routine kind of magic kind of stuff to do. So I want to talk about routine about now. You need to ask yourself a little bit kind of what magician you are. Well, who are you? What kind of magician are you? Are you funny? Are you not funny? Are you kind of comical? Are you clownish? Or are you kind of like a very artistic kind of person? Are you kind of like a person who kind of like does kind of music kind of stuff, you know? Or can you do both? Can you do a bit of music magic? Can you do a bit of pattern magic? What kind of magician are you, okay? So it's good to say to watch someone like Paul Daniels back in the day, back in television. Has patter, how good is patter? Ricky Jay as well. Watch how they go the patter was, okay? Because they were good patter kind of guys, you know. And watch people like Jeff McBride and Dave Copperfield or Chris Angel for kind of magic to kind of performance to music kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So it's really, really good to look at both the kind of guys and see ideas how kind of what kind of magician that you really, really are. You know what I mean? Before we do that, I wanted to talk a bit about a couple of books as well. So, yeah, some books to get for magic as well, really good books to get with ideas and stuff to do with magic. And what are the best kind of magic books to really get? Now, some of the best books to get seriously, like I think I would say to get in with particularly cards is the Royal Road to Card Magic, which is a book that goes back for years and years. Now, many people have used this. Jerry Sadowitz has used it. Michael Vince has used it. Many people have used this book. It's called the Royal Road to Card Magic. Okay, it goes back. I think it's by Hugo de Brow. It must be about 50, 60 years old. But it's a great book indeed, all about kind of card kind of stuff. Really good. I really recommend the book indeed. Seriously, that's good. But there's also a book called Learn Magic by Henry Hay. Check that out. You can try and Learn Magic by Henry Hay. It's a really good basic magic book with all kinds of really good tricks in it as well. You can do as well. You could do them seriously. There's also a book called More Self-Working Card Tricks and Self-Working Card Tricks by a guy called Carl Fultz. Okay, I think he's dead now. He was a really good writer back in the 50s, 60s, 70s. He wrote a couple of amazing magic books called Self-Working Card Tricks and More Self-Working Card Tricks. Check them out. Get this book seriously. They're really good books for all kinds of routines you can do. One of the routines I'm going to do later on is actually a routine that's one of his books called Self-Working Card Tricks from years and years ago. Good tricks, seriously. In fact, some tricks are so good you will not believe it. There's tricks in the app's world, really good tricks. Lazy Man's card tricks in there, so real great card trick. Lazy Man's card trick. There's tricks like mating the aces and jumping cards. It's really good tricks seriously to do, seriously. Really check this books out. Other books as well to look at as well. I'm going to pick some other books that I really recommend really over the years I've read, over the last 40, 50, 45 years. It's like magic 40 years ago, I recommend. Other good stuff to get. I recommend if you can get it, I remember the name of the book, but I would definitely say Darwin Ortiz. His books on card magic are really good, really good. Darwin Ortiz, also books by Harry Lorraine. Harry Lorraine's a really good writer, right? The 60s, 70s, a lot of really good magic books. Harry Lorraine, he's a key writer in magic, Harry Lorraine. Check Harry Lorraine out, seriously. He's one of magic's key writers, okay? He writes really beautifully, really good English, really explains it really, really well. Do check out Harry Lorraine, he's a really good writer, seriously. And his books go back over the years, early 60s, 70s. He wrote many, many books. He wrote stuff recently as well. He's a really good memory man as well. He appeared on television. Johnny Carson, I think he appeared on as well. Appeared on Paul Daniels shows over the years. And check him out, he's called Harry Lorraine. And all his books are really, really good, so read this book seriously, okay? Other book as well to read, I recommend, there's a couple of other really good books I remember that are really good to read. So one of them is Tarbell. Tarbell's book of Course of Conjuring is a 7-volume Course of Conjuring, okay, by Tarbell. I think he's died years ago, which I think Tarbell number 7 is the best one actually. They're all really good books of magic, all of them. There's lots of really great tricks and ideas in there, about all kinds of stuff from illusions to cards to coins to mirrors to jugs to glasses to ropes, you know, to balloons, all kinds of stuff to do with magic, seriously. And again, you can get the hold of that Tarbell column, look at it, it's really a book, seriously, Tarbell volume magic. It's on the internet somewhere. It's big, massive 7 thick chunk volumes of magic, which I think number 7 is really good. In fact, there's a trick in there called Rising Card, where you do cards rising at your fingertips from regular back cards. It's so good, it's mind-blowing, seriously. I was shown by a magician Alan Allen years ago. He kind of card rises out of cards. Real cards and nothing at fingertips, amazing stuff, seriously. That's in Tarbell number 7. But Tarbell's full of amazing and genius. This Tarbell is full of kinds of stuff, seriously. All kinds of secrets, all kinds of magic, okay, in it. Do check that out, seriously. Tarbell Course of Magic. Absolutely, totally recommend it. Really, really do, seriously. Okay? What else can I say in books as well are there? Another book that I was really good recommend is also Real Key in the Course of Magic. Okay, you might learn economics, you might learn geography, you might learn mathematics. You know what I mean? You might learn anything, and you might learn English literature, English language. You might learn music, Beethoven, Strauss, Mozart, anyone at all, Stravinsky or Chopin or anyone at all. With magic, you need to get some really good books, and I definitely recommend also one of the key Picasso's in magic is Slidini. Yes, Slidini. He died in the 1990s, was it? Late 80s. He was a really bent little American kind of Italiano guy. Great guy, great fun, really funny little guy. He's on television, YouTube quite a lot. Do check out Slidini on YouTube as well. He's on there a lot, and he's got a few bits in. I think Johnny Carson's show, that kind of stuff. He was on those kind of shows. Dick Cavett shows. Friend of Dick Cavett's also a friend of I believe John and Yoko Ono as well. Apparently, John Lennon and Yoko Ono. He hung about with them as well. Apparently, back in New York scene in the 70s. Anyway, he was a friend of one of my mentors, Alan Allen, years ago when I was a kid or a teenager. He taught me magic, and Slidini was taught magic to Alan. Alan taught magic to me and other people as well, like Mike Vincent as well. And basically, and as I say, Slidini was the New York scene, a bit the kind of guy who maybe hung a bit about with certain people, I believe. And he was quite in it. But he was really old. He was about 70, 80 when he was doing a lot of his stuff on television. But anyway, Slidini's book is fantastic. I think you can still get his book, Slidini's Course in Magic. It's a book about this thick, Slidini's Course in Magic, in an orange cover back in the day. It's a really, really good book about magic, basically. It kinds of combining ideas and magic kind of stuff. It's got Slidini's rope routines, Slidini's coins to the table routines in there. It's got Slidini's coins between the hands in the hands. It's got Slidini's parachute, umbrella card, parachute card routine, I think it's called, a parachute card or something it's called. Slidini's amazing stuff we did. His rope routine is a real classic. In fact, I used a version of that in a video I did earlier on. I think it's the Mystique Magic video I did a few weeks ago. Mystique Magic, check it out on YouTube, my video, Mystic Magic. I did a version of the rope routine. Well, really good version of Slidini, okay? That's really good stuff. Also, as I say, I've talked an awful lot about magic, haven't I? As I say, I want to go back into a bit about routine, that kind of stuff. There's a bloke called Ken Brook, who lived about 40 odd years ago, Ken Brook. He was a really good magician, really good routine, okay? He went to routines now. There's a lot of guys on Instagram and stuff doing little tricks kind of stuff on Instagram. You know what I mean? Like one or two little tricks, okay? But not really magicians. Now, you've got to think about being a magician, okay? What is a magician? Who are you? What kind of person are you, okay? What kind of magician are you? You know what I mean? Seriously, what kind of person are you? And you've got to say whether I'm funny or not, whether I'm kind of musical, what kind of person am I when I'm performing, okay? And I found myself I kind of towards the funniness. I kind of ended up being a bit funny. Now, being funny is kind of a funny thing in a way, isn't it? Because you need to learn to be funny. You need to learn to be funny, I'll tell you seriously. I met people like Bernard Manning over the years. I met him. I went to his club in Manchester to see him. I performed on stage doing comedy magic as well on stage, okay? Now, I had a lot of kind of comedy stuff. Now, you need to routine magic, okay? So I'm like doing tricks to camera a little bit, this and that and the other, okay? You need to learn the trick, but then you need B to routine the trick, okay? Get a trick routine, okay? How do you routine a trick, okay? What do you do with the trick, okay? Look at pull down a cup and ball, for example. Pull down a cup and ball. Perform every night on stage for about a year or 2 years on stage. Every night, pull down on stage. This trick, cup and ball, is a good trick, but you know, what's the routine? Why is the routine really good, okay? Look at Lincoln Rings. What's the Lincoln Rings routine, okay? How's the routine going to go, okay? Is it patter routine? Is it music routine? What's the routine going to be, okay? You've got to think about how the routine is. So, what's the intro going to be like? Where's the jokes going to come in, okay? Are you going to have jokes or no jokes, okay? There's a lot of guys who are not funny. I see a lot of guys who are performing. I saw a guy in a restaurant a few years ago, Hard Rock Cafe in London, performing magic. Well, I've been to the summer season in Turkey and Greece. And I saw him performing in London in Hard Rock Cafe. He got a good gig, Hard Rock Cafe, okay. He's got a great gig, but he just did some tricks. He wasn't funny at all. He wasn't engaged with the audience at all. How do you engage with the audience? Can you engage with the people you're talking to? I remember seeing Faye Presto. Remember Faye Presto, very good magician, some years ago. I think he's still going. Very good with the audience, very funny with the audience. Very, you know, whatever you like. It doesn't matter how good you are at magic, but can you engage with the audience, okay? Can you talk to people? Can you make them laugh, okay? How do you get on with the audience, okay? Can you do audience participation, okay? Can you cut the magic down, do more audience participation? Now, what kind of thing are you going to do, okay? How can you do it, okay? You know, sort of thinking those kind of lines with magic, haven't you? You know, when you're performing on stage, you know. It's very important indeed to say, think a little bit about kind of those kind of areas, okay? And also, if you're going to be on stage and you're going to do patter, can it be funny? Guess something, go and look on YouTube, look at people like Bob Monkhouse, look at even people like Bernard Manning, for example. I mean, he's an extreme example, but any kind of comedians, Malcolm McIntyre, all kinds of people who are funny, okay? From there's many people. I used to watch Bob Monkhouse as a kid. All the time, he would write all the gags down. I used to watch stuff like all kinds of stuff. Noel's House Party. I used to watch that and write the gags down. Right? There's all kind of family kind of jokes. I used to watch the gags. There's all kinds of pros of gags on jokes. You know what I mean? I was confident to write the gags down a bit of paper. Okay, watch the gag joke, write the gag jokes down. Okay. I remember one time I was with some comedian guy one night, and he gave me a load of jokes. Okay, right, more down. Scribble down. I fold notepad full of gags and jokes, okay? And it's really funny, you need to kind of get the gags and jokes and write them all down. So you've got yourself an armament, okay, of gags and jokes. And then you want to write the jokes into your routine, okay? So your routine's ready, okay, and write the jokes into your routine. Please be funny. Don't please go out, unless you're a mentalist kind of person, it's okay, but really, try and be funny a bit. Try and be a bit amusing with the audience, okay? Try and throw some gags in, you know, when it gets ever gags, you know what I mean? So do work gags and jokes into your act, okay? So just really do that seriously. You always want to be fun and have a little fun. Remember with magic, magic's a communication, okay? You're on stage, it's you doing the magic, okay? The trick's less important than you are. You're important, the trick's less important than you are, okay? You are doing the gig, you're doing the show. They're coming to see you, okay? Whether you're doing a tabletop show in a restaurant, whether you're doing a show on stage in cabaret, people are coming to see you performing. About you doing magic, you're selling you, okay? Your personality, your character, okay? Also, how do you look? How do you look, okay? How do you dress, okay? And on stage, okay? I mean this really seriously, because this is a big fundamental mistake of people who don't do magic, okay? Or don't go perform magic. Say I'm a magician, they learn like really good, sophisticated bit of magic, and then they can't perform it because they don't look the part. How do you look, okay? You're going to be a baseball cap magician, American magician, type magician with the tattoos, the baseball cap and the shirt, that kind of stuff, and jeans and the sneak trainers on, you know what I mean? That kind of guy, like David Blaine was, or the guys in internet arts, and the guys they're kind of like sort of baseball stars, aren't they? Wearing their baseball caps and their t-shirts and Nike, and got the sneakers on, you know what I mean? The jeans on, you know what I mean? They've got the image. They've got an image. We're doing magic with an image. What is your image? How are you going to look to the audience? Okay, my image is kind of always like jackets, kind of stuff, and t-shirts, jackets, and shirts. That's the kind of image I've always been. That's the way I'm comfortable being. That's the way I want to be, and that's how I'm happy being. So, where makes you feel happy being for you? How do you feel happy being? How about your shoes? What do your shoes look like? When you're up on stage with people, in front of people, how are your shoes, okay? Your shoes look good, your shoes look dirty. I remember going on stage when I was a kid one time, and my shoes were like a bit dirty. Someone said, you can't go on stage with your shoes. Seriously, your shoes look terrible, you know? And I was doing a gig, I think it was down in Wiltshire, somewhere in Marlborough, I think, and someone said to me, on stage with those dirty shoes? Seriously? They're dirty as anything. Go on stage with clean shoes. You know, I used to wear paint leather shoes, seriously, paint leather shoes back in the day, painting my shiny shoes. Remember to get yourself some nice clean shoes, okay? Whether you wear trainers, sneakers, that kind of look you want to do, make sure sneakers look really, really white and clean, okay? With shoes, make sure they're clean, black or shiny leather shoes, okay? Do that seriously, okay? For me, okay? Definitely seriously. Make sure your shoes look really, really good, so they look really good indeed with your shoes, okay? Shoes are very important because on stage, people look at your body. You know what they look at? They look at your shoes, okay? Remember that, don't you? They always look at your shoes. Well, say, for anything else, people always look at your shoes, okay? Don't forget that serious on stage. Okay, some stuff to do. So basically, how do you look, okay? That kind of stuff. How do you look is very important, okay? Remember, this is show business, okay? This is not just about doing magic. This is show business, okay? Show business. It's a business, okay? You're doing a show, people. This is more about acting and theatre. And there's a saying back in magic from 150 years ago by Robert Houdin, the man who's thought to be the father of modern magic. Robert Houdin, the French magician who invented an awful lot of magic techniques in 150 years ago in 1860s France, okay? Lived in Paris, formed in kinds of royalty in Paris. You know what, he was always really, really smart back in those days. He looked the part. But also, he said one line which is true about magic, okay? It's okay to be a magician, but a magician is an actor playing the part of a magician, okay? Magician is an actor playing the part of a magician, okay? That's what you are, okay? When you're performing on stage, kids' parties, okay? When you're doing a golf club show, performing for your mates, when you're performing You know, if you're going to be the guy's a magician, you are a magician. You go from being Mike Ormerod or John Smith or whoever you are to becoming a magician. That's who you are, seriously. And you go back to being Mike Ormerod again, basically. But when you walk on stage, you are a magician, okay? Copperfield's a magician, okay? Ricky Jay's a magician, okay? Chris Angel's a magician. Dynamo's a magician and magicians, okay? They're an actor being part of a magician. They're not really that in real life, okay? But show business is show business, okay? Simple as that, okay? Doesn't matter what you say about magic, okay? Whether you love magic or don't like magic, whether you like tricks or don't like tricks, whatever you think about magic, whether you're doing music, art, you know, playing the violin, you're on stage and you've got to look good, okay? It's simple as that. I know it's an old cliche, you've got to look good on stage, okay? Simple as that. I really mean that, seriously. So image is important. What everyone ever says about magic, image is important, definitely about magic, seriously. And I hope that kind of helps you out with lots of, I definitely say. Remember also practicing. Practicing magic is really important. I do practice an awful lot. Practicing is very important with magic. You need to practice an awful lot, okay? I'm going to be a bit pushy down about this, but I mean practice a lot. And I practice an awful lot, okay? I practice as a kid. I practice every night before I went to bed, okay, as a teenager. I practice in my 20s and 30s. Practice a lot, and I get practicing an awful lot. You need to practice a trick 100 times. And seriously. Cups and balls, linking rings, card tricks, palming cards, okay, you know, making cards fly between your hands or juggling cards. Practice 1,000 times. Practice, 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 practice. Do it until your brain does it automatically, like driving a car. You drive a car, you don't think, change first gear, second gear, third gear, do ya? You don't do that, do you? You just do it automatically. It's the same with magic. Do it so you can do it automatically. Like writing, you don't think about writing, do you? You just write, don't you? Type in keyboard. You don't think about it, you're just doing it, aren't you? So basically, simple magic, you automatically learn the tricks, you do it automatically, okay? And then you can build a pattern around that, you know what I mean? So you know the trick inside out really, really well. Pattern means whatever it is, and the trick comes off really, really well. You know what you do, okay? If you're doing a special move like palming cards off really quickly, okay? That kind of stuff, palm cast the pockets, palm cast it into that pocket, you know what I mean? You're going to be able to pattern it so that basically you know the trick really well. So you're talking and the trick does itself, okay? By just pure skill, pure time and pure learning, pure practicing this. Practice, practice, practice. There's five words in magic, they said to me years ago. 5 words of learning magic. 1's practice, 2's practice, 3's practice, 4 practice. And guess what the 5th word is? Practice, okay? Simple as that, okay? So practice a lot of times, I get seriously, okay? And also remember thinking about when you walk on stage, walking in front of people say, also putting yourself up high, walk up, hold yourself up seriously in front of the audience, definitely. Remember to do that. A lot of people walk on stage. I remember a very good magician, my friend Anthony Owen, fantastic magician. He was always pulled up a little bit. He was so talented, Anthony Owen, but he used to slouch on stage. That's what he said to me, but slouch a bit, don't you, Anthony? I love Anthony. He's died now, as I said before. I love Anthony to pieces. And Anthony used to slouch. I said to him, why don't you put himself up on stage a little bit? You know what I mean? Look a bit like slouched. That's true, isn't it? Why walk in front of the people? Say a performance he makes in the office, all of them in the office, or in the pubs, all these people. Don't be like this, be like this. Put yourself up, you know, chest out, stomach in, back straight, okay? Be upright, okay? Project the voice better, project yourself better. Put yourself upright so you look a bit better. Standing upright is really important, okay? So make sure you're putting up your spine straight like that, okay? Stomach in, chest out a little bit, put yourself upright, shoulders back a bit. So make sure you put yourself upright when you're performing in front of people. Definitely do that, without a doubt. It's a really key thing. Be upright when you're doing a show, definitely. You ever seen Copperfield not upright? Do you ever see Michael Jackson not upright? You ever see Frank Sinatra not upright? Yeah. You ever seen Robbie Williams not upright? Yeah. Okay. You ever seen anyone? Rita Ora not upright? Okay. All upright. Adele. You know, she was a big girl, wasn't she? Adele always upright. You know. Watch how Adele performs stage. She's very good on stage. So Adele, really good. You know. So think positively. Always think. It's a little trick as well for guys and for girls as well. If you're in front of a crowd of people performing, always think about someone that you fancy in the audience. Imagine they're there, okay? So maybe it's a girl that you fancy in the audience. Maybe imagine that they're there in the audience, okay? Imagine the boy you fancy is in the audience, okay? If you're a guy, you know, you like guys, imagine the guy you fancy is in the audience, you know what I mean? So kind of like, you know, imagine someone you likes in the audience. You really want to impress them, you know what I mean? You're on stage, or in fact, you could be in the office anywhere with friends. You want to impress the person you like with your magic, you know what I mean? Okay, you're funny, you're good. So impress the person, okay, with your charisma, okay. But imagine that person is in the audience looking at you and think, oh, I want to impress that person. Oh, you know what I mean? Simple psychology, but you know what? It works. Okay, be surprised. Okay, be surprised that kind of works. Seriously. And also say, when from this big crowd of people, always look at the whole crowd. Look at the people, not the front, look at the back as well. Look at the people above, at back. Look at the audience as well. Look at the ones you've got in front of you. Look at the whole audience here. They're looking at you, okay? Look at them. Look at everyone. Look, front, row, side. Look at the whole lot. Don't ignore anybody. Look at the whole audience you've got. Seriously, okay? Because they're there to see you, okay? Now, whether you win or lose, whether you do a good or bad show, whatever you do, they're there to see you, okay? And do the show, okay? It's nerve-wracking to do shows. It is nerve-wracking. The more you do, better you get. More you get, the more you get, okay? And you can never really lose because you'll always be good. Once you start doing gigs, any kind of gigs, golf clubs, kids parties, you know, old people's homes, if we do, you'll always get better, because once you start off, you'll always get better. You won't go backwards, you'll always get better. Okay, you might have a bad gig. Don't let it put you off, okay? I've had many bad gigs, seriously. But I've also had many good gigs as well, okay? Alright? I did a show at Leicester University show for all the students, and they were a pretty tough audience. And I struggled through the show. I came away feeling really good, and everyone kind of liked me. But I struggled, okay? But I didn't give up, I carried on doing it. I did another gig a few weeks later, another kids party a few weeks later. I kept on doing it and doing it. Didn't give up, so don't give up. I know it's an old acorn, an old chestnut. Don't give up, okay? However old you are, don't give up doing gigs. Gigs is really good, seriously, okay? Don't give up doing gigs. Always carry on, regardless of whether you were knocked down a bit, okay? We all get knocked down in life, don't we, okay? The trick is to pick yourself up, okay? Whether the pandemic's on, whatever's going on in life, generally, okay? You get knocked down, well, you all get knocked down. No one gets away with it in life, no one does, okay? Everyone gets hit by something at some point, okay? Personal, whatever, everyone gets hit by something. You'll get knocked down in life, but I tell you what, the trick really is to pick yourself up off the floor and carry on, okay? Okay? We all lose it at times, lose it at performance, lose it in life, don't we? But carry on, regardless of what's happened, just carry on. Tomorrow's another day, get up, out of bed, sunshine, the birds are singing, okay? Carry on, okay? Carry on with the magic, carry on with the shows, just carry on. You'll see a better day, definitely. You'll see a better day, definitely, without a doubt, definitely. Whatever anyone says about performing magic, about reading books, watching DVDs of videos of magic, or Blu-rays of magic, or going on and on about sifting through all these books and stuff and practicing left, right and centre, at the end of the day, you've got to do shows. You've got to get up and do a gig. You've got to get up and do a show to your friends or to anybody. Schools, as I say, theatre or cabaret or get abroad or cruise, wherever do a show, but until you do a show, get up and do a show, okay? Let's get up and do shows. Without that, you'll never learn anything unless you do gigs. Just do performances, okay? Whatever it is, even to your friends in the pub, do performances, okay? All right, and get yourself a routine. Or maybe 10 tricks together in a big routine as well. So don't just start with one trick and then get a routine together of all kinds of stuff. Just routine, 10 of your best tricks together in a routine, and do that as well, seriously, okay? Copperfield did a lot of new tricks over the years. He always did a new special every year with new tricks on every special. But he did those tricks 100 times before it appeared on television, okay? Now, a lot of people don't do that. I know magicians don't do that, but Copperfield performed the trick 100 times before he performed it on television, okay? But like the Monet painting, remember the Monet painting, the sunflowers, the Monet painting, what is it? The Gavarni painting of the flowers and you know in the lake in Gavarni, is it the pond, isn't it? The Gavarni pond, the Gavarni, of the little floating kind of flowers in the pond. He painted that painting 60 times. Yeah, he painted the painting 60 times. Painted it, threw it away, painted it, threw it away, painted it. Until the pond at Gavarni, Monet's great painting, was finished. 60, 70 takes of that painting before you finished it. Have you seen the painting? Good painting in it, you know? Picasso painted Guernica 50 times probably, you know. People, the lady in the chair, Picasso's painting, lady in the chair, Van Gogh's sunflowers, painted these, people painted it 60 times, these paintings. They painted these paintings 50, 60 times, okay? Monet's painting 60 painting times before we actually got the version right. Look at those artists, okay? Chagall and all these people painting an awful lot, okay? The same with magic, you know, same with playing the violin, you play Moonlight, you know, you might play Moonlight Sonata on the piano 1,000 times before you perform it in front of an audience, okay? The same with magic, you might do Copperfield performed some of his tricks 100 times before we actually performed it in front of the TV camera, okay? So it's important to do that, okay? Perform a lot of times before we actually hit the actual audience, okay? Keep doing an awful lot of performances, practice before you do it. Perform the trick with an audience 100 times seriously, okay? And so there's practicing what's performing, and so start practicing, okay, then onto performing, and performing an awful lot. Get a finished product really good, seriously, okay? That's how it really goes. Finished product is a product of practice and performance, finished product, okay? And that's really how it works, okay? Simple as that, okay? So what you're seeing on television, when you see magic on TV, is the product of both practice and performance before you actually get the finished article as well, definitely. So I hope it really helps you out some stuff there. That's a bit of a vlog about magic again for you. Hope it really helps you out. And remember to click the links below for some more videos as well as my videos. Check out, I've done 45 videos of magic. Check them out, seriously. Kinds of tricks in there. You can nix them as well if you want to use them for yourself as well, okay? All right, okay? And if you want to email me, inbox me some questions, make comments, questions as well, please do. So remember to subscribe as well, please do, okay? Hit the subscribe button as well. Help me out with subscriptions as well, please do, okay? And look after yourself. See you very, very soon again for some more magic, okay? So chat very soon. Look after yourself. See you later.